The way to make government responsible is to hold it accountable.
Man on a mission, President Obama gets right to work on the nation's thorniest political, economic, and military problems.
Divers find what could be the most important piece of evidence in the Flight 1549 emergency.
And ring them bells. A cab driver saves the day for newlyweds who got off to a rough start.
Live from Studio 7E in Rockefeller Center, this is News 4 New York.
Good evening, everyone. We'll have more on those stories in just a moment, but first, call her Madam Secretary.
Just minutes ago, the Senate confirmed Hillary Clinton as our next Secretary of State. The New York senator will serve as the face of U.S. policy abroad. Government Affairs reporter Melissa Russo joins us with more. Melissa?
Sue and David, despite some efforts by Republicans to hold up Hillary Clinton's confirmation, the Senate has voted, and her nomination was confirmed by an overwhelming margin of 94-2. Even Clinton's former Republican rival, John McCain, came to her defense at one point. The vote was tallied just about 20 minutes ago. It was originally supposed to take place yesterday, but Senator John Cornyn, who chairs the National Republican Senatorial Committee, cited some concerns about possible conflicts of interest involving donors to her husband, Bill Clinton's foundation. There were a couple of notable moments today. Democrat John Kerry, who chairs the Foreign Relations Committee, said even he would have preferred if the disclosure about Clinton Foundation donations had taken place a little bit earlier. Hillary Clinton apparently agreed to some additional transparency on that front. Then at one point, during hours of debate today, Senator John McCain said to his fellow Republicans, essentially, can't we just vote already and let Hillary Clinton get down to business? It was pretty clear at that point that she would be confirmed, and that's exactly what happened. If you're wondering who voted against her, David Vitter of Louisiana and Jim DeMint of South Carolina. Unsurprisingly, both Republicans. A spokesperson for Clinton says she'll be sworn in privately later today, and this all means she's no longer New York senator as of today. An opening there for Governor David Paterson to fill, hopefully by the end of this week. He's saying maybe Friday or Saturday. We'll have more on that coming up at 6.
Oh, right. Thank you, Melissa Russo. President Obama is wrapping up a productive first day as the nation's chief executive. The president and first lady began by attending the national prayer service at the Washington National Cathedral. After that, Mr. Obama moved on to official business, including greeting volunteers and supporters during a White House open house. Steve Handelsman reports.
Thanks, and good evening from the White House, where our new president tried today on day one to show that he keeps his word and that he'll move quickly on the biggest issues, but he started with a deep breath. On his first morning, President Barack Obama went to the Oval Office alone, waiting 10 minutes before calling in Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel to get to work. To Guantanamo Bay, Mr. Obama sent an order to halt terrorist trials. He'll find a new way to jail, question, and try detainees. President Obama called Middle East leaders to pledge new U.S. peace efforts. The commander-in-chief called in his Pentagon team, ordering a quicker U.S. pullout in Iraq and to build up in Afghanistan. Senior Obama staffers got sworn in and got a lecture.
A clean break from business as usual.
Remember yesterday, he said, the American people demand selfless service. So, new rules. No leaving the White House to cash in. No lobbying the administration till President Obama leaves office. The current waiting period is 1 year. Rule 2, a pay freeze for top staffers.
Families are tightening their belts, and so should Washington.
At a mid-morning interfaith service, prayers for the new president.
Keep this nation under your care.
Hillary Clinton was set to be confirmed as Secretary of State, but Obama Treasury Secretary nominee Tim Geithner had a tough hearing.
But I use TurboTax to prepare my returns.
He failed to pay on time. But the former New York Fed chief is seen as brilliant.
To some, he isn't merely the best choice. To some, he is the only choice.
Geithner and President Obama won quick passage of $500 billion in stimulus spending. Republicans object.
Government can't revive this economy. The American people can if we allow them to keep more of what they earn.
But President Obama will push for passage of his mix of spending and taxes by next month. His biggest political weapon is his popularity. By 3-1 in the latest Associated Press poll, Americans say they now feel more confident with President Barack Obama in charge here. Live at the White House, I'm Steve Handelsman reporting. Now back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you. A military judge has granted a delay in the 9/11 terrorism case at Guantanamo Bay. There are 5 defendants in the September 11th case, including the confessed mastermind Sheikh Mohammed. The decision to suspend the case for 120 days comes one day after President Obama asked prosecutors to seek stays in the prosecutions. Mr. Obama says this will allow the new administration to review the cases. Senator Ted Kennedy was released from the hospital this morning after suffering a seizure during a post-inaugural luncheon yesterday. A representative for the senator said he is in good spirits. Doctors at Washington Hospital Center concluded the seizure was brought on by fatigue. Kennedy had been diagnosed with a brain tumor last spring.
Well, now to the miracle on the Hudson. Divers found the missing jet engine today at the bottom of the river, and inside it was a key piece of evidence. Jonathan Deans is live on the west side with the latest. Jonathan?
Sue, that one engine found here in the water and about 65 feet down in the mud, while NTSB officials say in the other engine. And they found some key evidence, including some soft body damage to the fan blades inside that engine. They also say they found a feather on the wing. You're looking at a picture. We were out on a boat earlier today where investigators found a plane part they believe to be a cover from the engine. Divers used a weighted rope to go down in low visibility to find and confirm that left engine is down there. New Jersey State Police and NYPD boats earlier today had been out on the river here using side scan sonar to find the engine confirmed today by the divers. The Chopper 4 was above the scene when that dive took place. Meanwhile, NTSB investigators report that organic material was found on the wing of the aircraft and inside that one engine that is still attached to the plane. Again, among that organic matter, a feather that was jammed inside one of the wing flaps. Samples of that matter sent for DNA testing to confirm that it was from birds. All this seeming to back up the theory that it was a flock of birds that was sucked into the engines, causing the emergency. Now, investigators say they plan to come back here on the Hudson tomorrow, and if weather permits, they will try to begin the efforts to raise the missing engine up from the bottom of the Hudson. Live along the Hudson, Jonathan Deans, News 4 New York.
Jonathan, thank you for that update. A Yonkers minister charged with assaulting a high school student with a baseball bat was arraigned today. Reverend Darrell George is the pastor at Messiah Baptist Church. He and his 2 sons were arrested last Friday and charged with assault and weapons possession following a confrontation at Milburn High School. George allegedly went to the school where his sons are students with a baseball bat one day after a verbal argument between 2 groups of students. One student was struck with the bat. George pleaded not guilty. He's due back in court February 23rd.
Firefighters had to make a risky rescue this morning when a construction worker fell off a ladder 24 stories above the ground. It was just after 11 o'clock when a worker at the site of the future U.S. mission to the United Nations slipped, falling from the 24th floor onto a platform 1 story below.
We're able to take care of his injuries, put him in stokes, and remove him as a high-angle rescue down to the 22nd floor. We put him on an elevator, and then they removed him by EMS.
The worker, whose name was not released, was taken to Bellevue, where he is in serious condition.
He certainly has confidence on his side. The Jets introduced their new head coach today, and Len Berman, he didn't talk about rebuilding, he talked about winning.
Absolutely. If personalities win your football games, you can start printing your playoff tickets now. The new Jets coach making a terrific first impression.
He is 46-year-old Rex Ryan, who comes over from Baltimore, where he did a terrific job running their defense. He's the son of Buddy Ryan, who won Super Bowls with the Jets and Bears as an assistant coach. Rex showed more personality in 30 seconds than his predecessor, Eric Mangini, did in 3 years.
We want to be known as the most physical football team in the NFL. And whatever that means, you kind of figure it out. We're going to take care of each other. The players will have each other's backs. And if you take a swipe at one of ours, we'll take a swipe at 2 of yours.
Jet fans had to be happy with what they heard.
He's exciting. You can just tell he's going to bring a lot of stuff over here that we'll like.
Rex clearly is the right man for the job right now, and will be a fabulous head coach.
The message to the rest of the league is, hey, the Jets are coming, and we're going to give you everything we got, and that's going to be, I think, more than you can handle.
As for quarterback Brett Favre, he said anybody would want him on their team as quarterback. Then again, he didn't jump up and down, demanding that Favre return. Overall, I thought a good first day for the new Jets coach.
I will stay tuned, Len. All right, thank you. Still ahead on News 4 New York, risky business. What forced evacuations at the Wall Street Journal?
Also, why dog owners might have to change their routines because of the salmonella outbreak.
And a cab driver comes to the rescue of newlyweds who got off to a bad start.
The key that unlocks the greatest secrets of our time.
NBC Sunday. One ancient treasure could change the world as we know it. Academy Award winner Mira Sorvino.
We're fighting a war here.
Who else is after this?
But some secrets were never meant to be uncovered.
I am the Last Templar!
The NBC movie event, The Last Templar, Sunday 9/8 Central on NBC.
Go to work, get through the day, and once you get home, it's time to give your routine a kick. Goya Adobo. Great on any meat. It's a wake-up call of flavor. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Diamonds at their lowest prices in years. Half-carat solitaires $2.99, 1-carat solitaires $5.90 to $15.90, 1-carat studs $3.99. The Jewelry Factory has thousands, guaranteed the lowest price. By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Factory in Hackensack.
Arrive in Park City and you'll think you've died and gone to heaven. Only heaven's not this easy to get to. Park City, Utah, and the world-famous slopes of the canyons, Park City Mountain, and Deer Valley resorts are located just 35 easy minutes from Salt Lake City International Airport. Just hop on one of 48 daily flights from the New York City area, 6 of which arrive before noon. Book your trip today, and our Quick Start vacation will let you convert your airline boarding pass into a free same-day lift ticket. Visit parkcityinfo.com to register.
Throughout your day, you can't wait to get home. But once you're there, waiting becomes a pleasure. Goya yellow rice, a savory meal in just minutes. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
There are newly released court documents tonight in the Casey Anthony case. She is the mother of Kaylee, who was the Florida girl missing. Her remains were found last December after 6 months. One report confirmed that duct tape was found wrapped around Kaylee's skull, and a heart-shaped sticker was placed on the duct tape, according to one investigator. Another document cites Casey Anthony's friend, who said Casey once asked her about using cold medicine to get Kaylee to sleep. Casey Anthony is charged with killing her daughter.
A New Jersey couple who made news last month when a store refused to inscribe their son's name, Adolf Hitler, on a birthday cake is asking why their children were taken from them. Deborah and Heath Campbell's 3 children, who have names associated with the Nazi Party, were removed from their Milford home on January 9th. The Division of Youth and Family Services hasn't yet given a reason for the removal, despite a court order to remain silent on the subject. Deborah spoke out earlier this week.
They felt the children were in danger for their lives.
Physically in danger?
They didn't say anything. All they said was the children were in danger there.
The Campbells are hoping a lawyer will help them get their children back home.
The Wall Street Journal's newsroom and executive offices were evacuated today after a dozen envelopes containing an unidentified white powder were delivered. 5 of the envelopes were opened and 5 employees were decontaminated as a precaution. The envelopes were addressed to several New York-based executives. Each envelope had a different return address, but all had the same postmark, Knoxville, Tennessee. The newspaper's own security team is investigating, along with the NYPD and the FBI.
Coming up, who's better at sticking to a diet, men or women?
Also, the newlyweds who have a cab driver to thank for getting them off to a good start.
And we'll see if Janice can deliver that warmer weather we were promised. We'll be right back.
Tonight at 11, you have the right to rave, rant, and rate your local police. Ida Siegel reports on a controversial website where citizens sound off on officers by name. See if your local force makes the grade. Tonight at 11 on 4 New York.
Next Extra, the Obama's first night in the White House. We're inside the inaugural balls with the stars and Barack and Michelle's first dance. Plus, we're giving away 10 T-Mobile G1 phones on the Next Extra.
Tonight at 5:30 on 4 New York.
Take a shortcut to Park City, Utah, on the powder-covered slopes of the canyons, Park City Mountain, and Deer Valley resorts. Plus, our Quick Start vacation will let you convert your airline boarding pass into a free same-day lift ticket. Visit parkcityinfo.com to register.
Whoa, I didn't see that coming.
It's a
crunchy hot wing with no sauce.
Crunchy on the outside, spicy on the inside. The sauceless hot wing is at KFC. Get a bucket of 20 or try 7 wings for $3.99. Only at KFC.
I'm telling you, you kids have it easy.
We had to get our internet from a phone company. And the phone from a phone company, too.
I had to walk 5 miles to the video store for the latest releases.
In the snow, uphill.
Remember when your cable, phone, and internet came from 3 different companies? Thanks to Time Warner Cable's Triple Play, those days are history.
Just count yourself lucky.
We got our TV from a dish. And our movies, they came on one of these. My phone bill was crazy. Different amount every month.
Crazy.
Crazy.
No, not you.
With the Triple Play, you'll get digital cable in HD with tons of on-demand movies, internet that leaves DSL in the dust, and unlimited calling to the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico, all on one bill for less than $90 a month.
Those days were tough.
Downloading pictures?
An hour.
Or 2.
Buffering.
Buffering.
Call 1-800-646-0456 and get the Triple Play.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Closed captioning provided by Toyota, a smart way to keep moving forward.
In For Your Health tonight, more than 125 peanut products, including dog treats, have now been recalled because of the salmonella outbreak. The affected products contain peanut butter or peanut paste, items like packaged crackers and cookies. The outbreak has prompted many school districts in Connecticut to take peanut butter products off the menu. Many parents whose children attend school in some of those districts are relieved.
In school and daycare, sometimes they give that to the kids, so I'll keep my eyes open.
The recall list keeps growing. PetSmart has now pulled 7 varieties of Great Choice dog biscuits from shelves because of potential contamination. The biscuits contain peanut paste made at the same facility linked to the outbreak. Pet owners will be able to get a full refund on the pet products. Doctors link a baby's health to the mother's weight during pregnancy, but a new study suggests that even a thin mother can cause problems for her baby if she has a poor diet. Researchers discovered that in pregnant monkeys, a high-fat diet increases the risk of fatty liver disease in babies, even if the mother was lean. When the same mother ate a low-fat diet during a second pregnancy, the child showed fewer signs of the disease. Another study discovered that women have a harder time dieting than men. Researchers monitored the brain activity of 23 fasting men and women while they viewed pictures of food. They were told to use a technique to suppress their hunger, but only the brains of men showed a reduced motivation to eat. Experts cannot explain why, but suspect hormones played a significant role.
Sue, the newlyweds who left their wedding gifts in a taxi cab can get back to enjoying their honeymoon. Their presents will be waiting when they return. Roseanne Coletti joins us now with more on this happy story. Roseanne?
Well, Dave, this was essentially a 3-day search for something that was already found and returned, but no one knew. It involved the Taxi and Limousine Commission, the Cab Drivers Union, wedding guests, the media, but there is a happy ending. Happy birthday to you. The Fitzhenry family has 2 reasons to celebrate: the 100th birthday of great-grandmother Minnie Black and the recovery of their son and new daughter-in-law's box of wedding treasures.
I cried and I called Christine's mother, who cried with me on the phone.
You may recall the photo we showed you of the new bride, Christine Herrick Fitzhenry, getting out of a cab following the wedding reception Saturday night. In the trunk, a box of wedding cash and mementos that the couple didn't remember until the taxi had gone. The only identifier, the Pepsi-Cola sign on the roof, and on a total of 230 cabs.
When I finish, I check everything. I open the trunk, I see the big container.
Enter the cab driver, Nusrat Rashid of the Bronx, who says he discovered the box at the end of his shift, found an address on an envelope, and parked the package with the Manhattan couple's doorman. But no one else knew anything about that until Uncle Dave, the best man, went to Times Square looking for cabs with Pepsi signs. And guess what? He flagged down Rashid's vehicle. How lucky can you get?
That's pretty lucky.
And what of Cabby Rashid, who went out of his way to return the couple's belongings?
I've spoken to Mr. Rashid this morning, and I thanked him profusely.
Next time I hope they'll be a little bit careful.
And the two will get to meet personally tomorrow morning. Now, the bride and groom have also been notified, and they plan to thank the considerate cabbie in person when they return from their honeymoon. They're otherwise occupied right now.
A nice New York story.
Sure is.
Yeah. Well, Miss Janice, are we approaching our warmer weather yet?
Yes, we are, Sue. Yes, we are. Tomorrow, it's above freezing during the day, and even on Friday, we're still talking about 40. So 2 days are better than no day at all this time of the year. Despite the cold, though, it brought out quite a few people in Rutherford, New Jersey today into the sunshine. But I got to tell you, unless you were standing in the direct sun, you could not feel the warmth, because that's the only spot it was. It was cold out there today. Please send us your pictures and weather video to IC@NBCNewYork.com. We can see how chilly it is in your neighborhood. Next couple of days, though, are going to warm up across the area. The days are getting longer. Look at the sunset there from our top of the rock camera. Yeah, it's that time of year. We just wish that the temperatures were getting a little bit warmer. Partly cloudy and 25 degrees right now in Central Park. And as we check on the headlines, we've got one more chilly night in store with temperatures in the teens and 20s, and then it warms up for a couple of days. We're in the 40s by Friday, but it is a brief warm up across the area as we're going to see some more cold air come in this weekend, and no major storms expected until later next week. We may see a snowstorm coming in on Wednesday. More on that in a moment. 26 and 17. Today's high and low temperature today. Temperatures well below average. Tomorrow they climb a bit closer to average and then above. It's in the 20s. Port Jervis, Trumbull, 26 in Ocean Beach. Kendall Park, you're at 23. Kind of breezy out there. It is brisk, so the wind chills are in the teens pretty much everywhere, from Central Valley to Trumbull to East Hampton. So make sure you're bundled up if you have to go out this evening. And the wind should relax a little bit tomorrow. We're seeing some clouds move overhead. There is a disturbance to the north and some light lake effect snows across Lakes Erie and Ontario. But things should start to calm down there. There's a cold front coming, that next reinforcement of Arctic air, but that won't be here until late Saturday into Sunday. So the temperatures do drop a few degrees tonight, but it's not as cold as last night when we were in the teens and single digits. Tomorrow we'll have a mix of sun and clouds in the morning, and we'll warm into the 30s, mid to upper 30s in a lot of spots, so you'll feel the difference. If you're traveling, sunshine up and down the East Coast, cool in Miami, 65 with sunshine there tomorrow. Minneapolis, 35. It's rain for San Francisco and Los Angeles, and Seattle 44 degrees. So if you're passing clouds in the area tonight, down to 22 degrees in Midtown. The morning is chilly still at 25, but the afternoon we should warm into the mid-30s in the city under mostly sunny skies. Now here's your 7-day forecast. Gets a little bit better, at least for a couple of days, into the mid-30s tomorrow. Friday we're at 46, and then over the weekend it starts to get cold again. The coldest day will be Sunday. That's 25, another day like today coming up for Sunday. And then Monday, other than a few flurries on Monday, our next chance for some real winter weather is not going to be until Wednesday, and that's still 7 days away, so a lot could change between now and then. And anytime you'd like to get your weather, you can tune into the Weather Channel on cable.
All right. Thank you, Janice.
Don't go anywhere.
No.
Oh, because she can rap, she can sing, she can dance, and she is this week's Wednesday's child.
Meet the 17-year-old who will warm your heart. Coming up next.
The government-mandated switch to digital broadcasting is coming February 17th. And that means if you get your TV signal through a TV antenna or apartment building antenna, your service could be interrupted.
Millions of Americans will lose their TV service February 17th. Don't be one of them.
Learn about a special low-cost program from Cablevision that will enable you to get IOTV, keep all your current channels, plus get a whole lot more.
Act now to learn about Cablevision's low-cost program. Call 1-866-707-7907.
Even if you've resisted the move to cable in the past, please call. Discover how to make the switch from your old antenna with no hassles, no surprises. Learn how IOTV will make your TV even better.
It's January, and time is running out. Don't wait till February 17th to discover your TV won't work.
Call 1-866-707-7907 and learn how IOTV from Cablevision is your best way to transition to digital TV.
Diamonds, what she really wants. Certified white SIs are $790 to $2,900. 2-carat solitaires, 3 stones, and studs are $19.90. Thousands of D-flawless, excellent makes, and rare sizes guaranteed the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory in Hackensack.
Heaven is as close as Park City, Utah, and the world-famous slopes of the canyons, Park City Mountain and Deer Valley Resorts. Plus, our Quick Start vacation will let you convert your airline boarding pass into a free same-day lift ticket. Visit parkcityinfo.com to register.
All over America, children in foster care dream of having a family to call their own. While for many families, the dream is to share their lives with a child.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad.
Wednesday's Child, making dreams come true.
I'm 4 New York meteorologist Janice Huff. Join me for Wednesday's Child every Wednesday and Sunday on 4 New York.
She is just 17 years old, but she is a superstar at heart.
Janice Huff's here now to introduce us to Wednesday's Child.
Well, she can sing and she can dance, but she's much more than a talented teen. Meet Angie.
I could rap, I could sing, and I could dance.
We met Angie at the Riverdale Y recently, where Stacey Hansen was giving her lessons in jazz ballet and hip hop.
One more time? One more time.
Ballet was totally new to Angie, but not the hip hop.
She has a lot of presence.
You probably dance in your sleep and you don't even know it. You just dance.
You just want to watch her when she's dancing. And even if she doesn't get something, she'll try it, and I think that's really cool.
Angie is fun and has a great sense of humor.
She's very thoughtful. She's very inquisitive. She cares awful lot about other people.
Life is just what you make it.
Angie is also a singer-songwriter.
Sometimes it can be really nice, other times just really mean.
Being a professional entertainer is one of her dreams, but not the main one.
I want a family, to feel like I belong and to have somebody, a mom or dad that cares for me.
Family to her means love and unity.
No matter what they say, I have your back, and that you could come for each other and you could be there no matter what is happening.
She can turn into this little girl that's just like shy little girl. You want to protect.
The person or family that adopts Angie will get much more than a talented teen.
She's very loving and very affectionate person. So hugs and kisses, you'll have that in abundance.
If you're interested in adopting Angie or any of our other Wednesday's children, please contact the New York City Children's Parent Recruitment Hotline. Sorry about that, at 212-676-WISH. Wednesday's Child is proudly sponsored by the Freddie Mac Foundation. You can also find information by logging on to our website at NBCNewYork.com and search for Wednesday's Child. Angie loves to dance and perform, and I'm sure she'd do a lot of performing for a new family. They have
Great
a lot
dancer.
of fun.
All right, Janice, thank you.
Coming up next on Extra, supermodel Christy Brinkley singing show tunes at Sundance. Why is Brinkley singing? And what does American Idol judge Simon Cowell think of her performance? All of the answers next on Extra.
All right, and that does it for this edition of News 4 New York at 5. We do thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you after Extra on News 4 New York at 6.